How's it going, everybody? Nicholas Martin, Comms 101, Section D19. I'm doing my persuasive speech. I just hope everybody had a happy Mother's Day this past weekend. For all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. So I did daycare or no daycare, and I chose the side of why daycare is good for kids. So my topic was the problem I am aiming to address for everybody is referring to people who think that sending or keeping your kids at home all the time is not as good as people think, and daycare could be better for them. So my general goal is to persuade every one of you guys to rethink why going to daycare can help the children and the parents. So I wanted to inform my audience about the social problem of sending your kids to daycare and persuade them that going to daycare is a good solution for this problem. So think about your kid. The interactions they have with other children, building a larger immune system at daycare to help them with their daily life. And finally, you miss them while they're at work. When you go to work, you really miss your kids. And then picking them up makes you feel better and more energized, for me at least. Coming home and seeing them is like a pick-me-up after a long day. So you remember being a kid and always wanting to go out and see your friends, seeing them 5 days a week and never-ending playtime, all while learning how to do the day-to-day things? You as parents being so excited to pick them up and not being burnt out all day around them, and sending your kids to daycare could be the right move for you. So getting the time you need away from your kids may be very good for you, because being with your kids 24/7, 365 can be very draining. And getting that adult interaction can help you guys out. It's also great for them because they get to learn around kids their age, so they get to pick up off of what they do. As a follower of God, husband, father of 3, active duty in the military, and a student here at Liberty, I understand the importance of being able to let your children grow on their own in some cases. I've seen it as a blessing for my daughter to come home and tell me how much fun she had with her friends today. But she is also so happy to see me and ready to get home and play with her dad. So sending your children to daycare is not all that bad because it brings them closer to the children at their age, allowing them to interact with God. So my main points are going to be giving your kids time on why sending your children to daycare can help them by your kids interacting with kids the same age, giving the parents time to work and socialize with other adults, and finally, your children learning how to be part of society. Let's dive into these points now. So point 1, kids interacting with other kids can be a great way for them to learn. As your child interacts, it's not just the children, but with other humans in general, he or she is learning proper social skills. Watching children at my daycare play and share just shows how it illustrates from my point of view that why daycare should be essential for children. One study found that poor interpersonal skills in childhood predicted academic problems in adolescence, which in turn led to internalizing problems in adulthood. That was a quote I found on the internet. That was by Megan McKellen. So basically it's saying, students who haven't been around kids their age or haven't been, susceptible to certain things, it kind of faulted them as they got older. So on to my second point, giving you as a parent time to work and talk with other adults at the same age as you can help you from going crazy. So my wife did this for 5 months before she went back to work, and after about the 4th month, she started losing her mind. She's like, I need to get out and go do my own thing. So taking care of a child at home can feel like a job. I know that since my wife has done it before, and you really lose your sense of purpose. You feel as if you're not giving as much as you would to your child or to your husband by staying at home all the time. She didn't feel like she was doing enough. So on the contrary to this point, it's not for everybody. I understand that some cannot financially do this, and one family income I totally understand. And I have the utmost respect for most parents that do this, because it is not an easy task to do, to stay at home with your child. Most studies and principles of effective parenting suggest that the latter two need significantly less direct parental involvement. It can safely be left to friends, nannies, or other supports without guilt. So it's saying you can allow other people to help you with your child as you grow, as you guys move on with your productive life and jobs and occupations, everything. You can let it's okay without feeling guilty. So for my last and final point, it's going to be children being in child care learn how to grow up in society. Some of the social skills that they gain in daycare will carry on with them throughout their adult life, giving you a head start to some children that have never been around a kid their age. So some things that can help a child and give them some advantages is they help hone their communication skills. So, they're around children all day, they're talking to them, they're figuring out how to express how they're feeling to one another. Number 2 is encourage children to demonstrate cooperation, inclusion, and compassion. So it kind of, you bring them all together and they understand how to play with each other, they understand how to talk to one another, that type of thing. The third is to teach children to respect, listen to non-parent authority figures. So you're already used to not having to just listen to your mom 24/7. They understand that, hey, this is the teacher and I need to listen to them. And to summarize all this up, in conclusion, there are the reasons that I believe daycare is a really great fit and why it should be used. You get to your adult time for work, and your child is interacting with kids their age and learning how to grow up in society. Children playing together in God's image is how He would want it to be, I believe. I hope each and every one of you take the time to do your own research and make your own opinion on the subject of child care, because I know it's very, very big. It may not be for everyone, but it was worked really well for mine. You should give it a try before you knock it as a bad thing, because I know a lot of people knock it as a bad thing, but for me it has helped me substantially. Thank you. Have a good day.